Welcome, 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 family. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Oh my goodness! I am broadcasting live on YouTube on a new platform, and it's called Restream. Restream. So those that I'm on Instagram, I'm not broadcasting from YouTube to Instagram today. Just raw on Instagram. So if you want to get the gist of the conversation today. And today's conversation, family, is the numerovation, a numerational spiritual and physical perspective of friend and friendship. Instagram, you won't be able to watch the board as I'm teaching. So you might as well come to King Simon Presents on YouTube. And I got a lot of goodies for you in regards to that. Of course, I have notes. I've broken it down on the board, what friend and friendship mean from a numerical perspective. I'll be coming out from different perspectives, different books. Also, I'll be touching on and the importance. Want to say happy born day to two people that I've known for some years. One I've known for many years. I want to say happy birthday. And I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Can you hear me in the chat? Please put the number one in the chat if you could hear me. If you could hear me, put the number one in the chat. If you can hear me, put the number one in the chat. I'm on a new platform, so please forgive me. I forgot to get my water, but it is what it is. I'm on a new platform today, so please put the number one in the chat so I can acknowledge you. Instagram, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Anybody on YouTube, can you hear me? If you could hear me, put the number one in the chat. If you could hear me. All right. That's what I'm looking for, my YouTube channel, to put the number one in the chat. I believe Instagram could hear me. Instagram, put the number one in the chat if you can hear me. Today is 7/22. Today is 7/22. Can you hear me, YouTube? YouTube, can you hear me? Let me see something. Let me see if I can put something in the chat too. Yeah, I could put something. I could put something in the chat. Yes, I am the host with the most. If you can hear me, put the number one in the chat. Please like, subscribe, and share with others on a spiritual journey. I don't have the bells and whistles like I said, but I can welcome you to the raw ministry of Numerovation. Welcome to the raw ministry of Numerovation. Okay? Welcome to the raw ministry of Numerovation. And do remember, support the channel through Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. That's Cash App, inspired by Team, PayPal.me/King Simon, and also Cash App, Zelle, using that email only, the Zelle. So let me see if anybody's in the chat. New Diamonds. Hey, New Diamonds in the building. New Diamonds, I do have your flyer. I shouted it out on my thing, but I haven't learned how to upload the flyers fully of yet up on this new platform that I'm using. I'm using Restream. I love me some New Diamonds, boy. Yes. Man, I love New Diamonds. I like the black diamonds. I like the shiny diamonds. I like all kinds of diamonds. Big up to you, my dear. Thank you very much, all the way from Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once again, happy birthday to Antoinette. Uh, Happy birthday to my sister Fele. Today is her birthday also. And universally, when you add seven, although 22 is a portal number, it's considered, from my perspective, definitely to be a portal number. And other numerologists, we consider master numbers to be a portal number. But when you add it all together, seven, 7 plus 22 plus the number 9, which is connected to 2025, it equals 38. And 38 adds up to a master number 11. So universally, thank you very much, New Diamond. That's a wife from another life. Wait, another lifetime. It ain't happening in this lifetime, but in another lifetime. But big up to all of the great advertisers on my show. And when I get everything together, big up to 340 Worldwide, who is also an advertiser. And you got to remember, family, today is universally a number 11 day, a number 11 universal day when you add it all together. 7 plus 22 plus 9 adds up to 38, which is a number 11. But today, personal day is master number 22. Master number 22. And dealing with the universal day, which can affect all of us, but so can the master number 22 and the master and the alignment number, which adds up to a number 29. 7 plus 22 equals 9. So that's why when people say that they are one number instead of claiming the multiplicity of numbers through their chart, you have to claim them all. Because again, that's why I don't advise people to just claim their life path only, or their personal day only, or their destiny numbers in their name. Sometimes it's called a life path. I ask my clients and I ask my audience to please learn to use all of the numbers, because you are not the number. Numbers are objective in the esoteric studies. It's not subjective. It's not subjecting you to be positive with that vibration. It's not subjecting you to be negative with that vibration. It's not subjecting you to be complacent with that vibration. Although all of that can happen, all of it can happen. And sometimes we have to learn to find our tribe and find our friend and our friendships that we're either going to be in for a moment or for a long period of time. So today's subject matter, as you already know, is a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective of friend and friendship. And yes, I do have notes, which I'll share with you. I've learned to do that. Again, do not get caught up in one aspect of your chart when it comes to numerical scope. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. These things called numbers, these things called the astro bodies are just here to guide you. Like the GPS that we have all become very familiar with to this day, which was invented by a melanated woman named Gladys Mae West, who was born October 26, 1930. Interesting enough, and being born on 1930. Interesting enough with that beautiful sister, When you add up her birthday, it adds up to, when you add the 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6, it adds up to 22. So her life path is a master number 22. I'm talking about Gladys Mae West. Gladys Mae West. Look her up. Let me make sure that her birthday is right. I like to clarify, and I'm going to go right to her Wikipedia and see what it is. Okay, she's October 27th, pardon me, not 26th. I was a day off. But when you add, that changes the dynamics. But when you add 10 plus 27, 10 plus 27 plus 1930, that adds up to 1967, which is also good because 23 that it adds up to, her life path is a number 5. And that particular number is a communication number and dealing with communication. And also, it is a number that deals with technology and communication. But one of the primary numbers for technology is the number 4, and she was born in 1930. And of course, 1 plus 9 plus 3 plus 0 equals 13, and 1 plus 3 equals 4. So people that are born on the 13th or born on the 4th or born on the 22nd or born on the 31st of the month or born in 1930 or any year that adds up, like 1966 adds up to 22, which is a 4. Technology is something that you should never run away from. Say that again. Technology, I'm talking to Instagram too. Technology is something that you should never run away from, especially if you're born under the 4 frequency or connected to the 4 frequency. I want to make sure I'm very clear on that. New Diamond is born on the 13th. She should never run away from technology. She should use it for her benefit because being born in the 6th month, if you're born in a 6th month, that means everyone that's born in a 6th month, no matter if they're part of the Gemini energy or the Cancerian energy, it still has its part to help guide you. But anytime you're born in a month that is connected to the number 6 or adds up to a number 6 or a day that adds up to a number 6, 6 is all about bringing healing, balance, truth, justice, reciprocity. And because Diamonds is born on the 13th, she's supposed to use technology to bring forth that healing, balance, truth, justice, reciprocity. And it gets deep, New Diamonds. I'm just using you as an example if you don't mind. If you don't mind, I like examples. Please let me know if you mind or you don't mind. Let me know. I know 4s can be something else. Somebody, people born on that 13 can be something else sometimes. I got it. I got it. I got 4s in my chart heavy too. So today's lesson, and again, happy birthday to Antoinette, who used to work my door at St. Francis College and a few other places. I think she worked my door at Black Lady Theater. And happy birthday to Fele Kiwi, person that has been with me at the party stages back in the day. We used to throw parties, all kinds of parties. She used to hang out with me at Temptations nightclub and different places. And going back to that number 4, if you have 4 throughout your name, let's say your name has a lot of 4s, a lot of D's, a lot of M's, a lot of V's in the Pythagorean system, or a lot of D's, M, and T's in the Chaldean system. If you got a lot of 4s, you should also pay attention to the use of technology also. But also remember, in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, 4 is also the number of mental health, one of the primary numbers of mental health, and you got to take care of your mental health at all costs. We're broadcasting only right now on Instagram through my phone and on YouTube through my new platform. Okay. Just making sure. Uh, okay, I was a little off on Instagram for a second. This is a very dear subject to me. Friend and friendship, because sometimes they last for a long time and sometimes they last for a short time. Sometimes your friend or those that you had considered being in friendship with can become a frenemy or an enemy, but I'm not going to go down that road of frenemies or enemies. I'm going to stay right with the friend and right with this friendship. I definitely Google it up. I have some notes from Google. I have notes from AI just in case. And I have my own writings that you will see in the black. And then the Google and AI you'll see in the red when I show it on the screen. But the board is all me. When I do the numbers, it's all me. And then I'll enhance it or add more to it via other books that I might pull out. I might pull out an angel numbers book. I might pull out old books from the 1900s just to show you that this, the interpretation is verifiable and clarifiable throughout the ages because of the studies that people have put in. Please like, subscribe, and share with other people just to help build the algorithms if you don't mind. If you don't mind, please do that. Build the algorithms, and I'll put that in. Please like, subscribe, like, subscribe, spaghetti, subscribe, and share with people that's on a spiritual journey, with those on a spiritual journey. I want to stay focused on them. Not so much of a religious journey, but some religious people are on don't understand their own spiritual journey, and they should. You know, they should. So please like, subscribe, and share. And tell them to hit that notification button too. Hit that notification button. There's a lot going on in the world, and we know this. There's a lot going on in the world. And it's important that I was supposed to put spiritual journey. I'm sorry. Spiritual journey. A spiritual journey. There's a lot of madness going on with people in the conscious, quote unquote, so-called conscious community. There's a lot of people in multiple communities that you might consider them your friend, and they are not your friend. Can I get an amen to that, family? Can I get an amen? If you recognize that there are a lot of people that would be considered a friend but have not been a friend. Big up to Organic Crunch. Sister Peace, how you doing, beautiful? Can I get an amen to that? We're broadcasting not only on Instagram, we're broadcasting on YouTube. Instagram, you won't be able to see the class, the write-up, and the what I have to offer through my notes on Instagram. You'll only be able to hear it. And that's why my particular platform is King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Now, have I had my ups and downs? Have I had my loss and gains of friends? Of course. I am not perfect in this physical body and sometimes in these thoughts at all. The energy may be perfect. That's why in the Holy Quran, it says you were created perfect, but yet imperfect. I love that. Big up to Noble Ampu, who dropped some very good Quranic information yesterday on Brother Rich's show. And I love how him being an Aquarian and Minister Jew being a Gemini, how that Gemini and Aquarius thing has worked very well. One focusing on the Bible, the other one focusing on Hebrew and Quranic scriptures and Hebraic scriptures and knowing his astrology and his numerology and all that. And Minister Jew dealing with the abundance factor of it. So it's important that we choose friends very carefully nowadays. And sometimes you can meet people and they become a friend automatically because of the energy that they emit. Have you ever went into a place and then looked at a person and you vibe so easily with that person? Please put a number 1 in the chat if that has ever happened to you, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Instagram. Please put a number 1 on the chat. I know I've been through. I've met some people on the mountain that we probably been on conversation just for a little bit. But when we met, it was natural energy. It wasn't forced. It wasn't forced. Natural energy. It's like this is gonna sound a little weird, but it's like being a good kisser. You know when you kissing somebody and they good and you good and it meshes just 100%, and then you know the bad kissers that just don't know how to kiss, afraid of kiss. Maybe they have some type of hang up about kissing from their past, what their mama or their dad had taught them, or maybe they got rushed by somebody in their family that tried to molest them and kiss them, and that has stimulated them to not want to be kissed at all. That has happened in our culture and in various cultures. It's not just black or melanated people or darker melanated people, because everybody got melanin. I'm using a new platform, family. I'm using Restream just in case. So if you see me making any mistakes, I'm getting used to it. Not using StreamYard anymore at this time. StreamYard has gotten ridiculous with the prices. They just extra charge me some stuff, and I ain't with it. Not with that at all. So let's get to the some of the work I would like to share with y'all. Okay, let's get to some of the work that I would like to share with you. Let's put that on the big screen. Hold on 1 second. See, I've been practicing this thing. Okay, good. Okay, as you can see, I've been practicing. So it's a little different than StreamYard, but Restream, I like it. I like it. Thanks to Abundance Child and her research, it helped me out. I also got a second camera just in case I need to go there with it. You know what I'm saying? If I got to go there with it, look, I even got the second camera. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. It's your birthday. Stop playing. Oh yeah, about this life. This morning. I was out down in my office here in the studio, just doing a lot to get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Abundance Child. I love her and her family immensely, and I know they love me. So let's go to the notes, family. Let's go to the notes. Let's get right into it right now. What you see in the red is what I Googled up. And this one is online research. This one is online research. Then I also had AI research towards the bottom. I'll scroll down there just to show y'all. I had AI research on the bottom. aspect of friend and friendship according to AI. Okay, so simple. I keep it simple. I like to keep things simple. I like to let y'all know I like to keep it simple. I don't care what's going on. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. That's how we're doing. So Instagram, if you want to see the full class, you might have to come to YouTube. Let me show y'all, share with y'all the YouTube on YT. YT stands for YouTube, not YT. At King Simon. I'm gonna pin that just in case you want to get the full class. King Simon Presents or KSP Media. Okay, so I'm gonna pin that to the chat just in case you just don't want to listen. You want to see what's going on. Some people have switched over to my YouTube channel. It's no problem. Just gonna let you know that Instagram, just in case you want to be over here and learn the lesson, get the full gamut of what your brother is doing. Again, please support the channel through Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. Spread love, the Brooklyn way, the universal way. All right, so going to the lesson, family. Going to the lesson. Spiritual and physical difference between friend and friendship. There is a difference. According to online research, it says the spiritual and physical differences between a friend or friendship are rooted in the nature of the relationship and the shared experiences. Spiritual friendship are characterized by a deep connection that transcends physical attraction, focusing instead on a profound bond of understanding and intellectual companionship. This type of friendship fosters goodwill towards all beings, contributing to the accumulation of merit and promoting compassion and kindness, according to online research. That is a very important factor. Big up to everybody that's coming up. Big up to Naya Benji in the building. What up, what up? Again, big up to Ricardo. What up, what up? Big up to New Diamonds. I love you too, my dear. I love you. You love me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. So this is very important to recognize. If you want to take a screenshot of that, please take a screenshot of that because it's very important when choosing or having friendship for a long period of time, because sometimes friends and friendships are for a short period of time or for a long period of time. The next online research that I looked up, when I put in the word friend and friendship, it says, while they are closely related, actually, this should have been first. While they are closely related, friend and friendship are not the same. One is a person, the other is a process of energetic bond. Woo, that part right there. A process. We got to prove ourselves to each other. Are we reciprocal with that energy? And we're going to look at the numbers to this because the word friendship has some reciprocal energy. And so does the word friend. It's in the numerology of it too. So that was very good that I found those two things in the numerology of it. Everybody come to my YouTube. If you're on Instagram, come up to YouTube if you want to see the class online, the lesson. Again, let me say, while they are closely related, friend and friendship are not the same. One is a person, the other is a process of energetic bond. Spiritually and physically, they operate at different levels of experience and meaning. Everybody in the chat, put a amen in the chat, please. I don't care if you're on Instagram. I don't care if you're on Facebook. Today's lesson is the numerovation, the numerovational meaning. Numerovational meaning. Spiritual and physical perspective of friend and friendship. Welcome to the raw ministry of Numerovation. Thank y'all very much for coming out. Put the number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. I need to see those call and response. Put that number 1 in the chat. Instagram, YouTube, put the number 1 in the chat. I need to see that call and response before I proceed on. As I proceed to give you what you need, bad boy, no Diddy. Big up to society. Putting that in chat. Now your Benji put 111111 in the building. Okay. Again, I'm using a new program, so it might seem a little funny to y'all, okay? Let's go to and let's go to the board right now. I want to go to the board because this was very telling. This thing on let me go to the board right now. Okay. Let's go to the board. All right. Instagram, you're going to miss this teachings here. We on the board now. Y'all might be able to see some of it there. There's some of it right there. There's some of it right there. Y'all can see some of it right there. Instagram, you can see some of it right there. Part of it at least. What I just said in regards to what I Googled up in what was just said on from the Google online search. Let's go back to it. While they are closely related, friend and friendship are not the same. One is a person, the other is a process or energetic bond. Spiritually, physically, they operate at different levels of experience and meaning. So when I go back to the board here, boom, what I found very beautiful is that the word friend adds up to 38, which adds up to the portal number 11 in the Pythagorean system. The word friend adds up to the number 11. So the root word of friendship has a portal number, which is friend. Now remember, 3 and 8 has its own distinct meaning. Always remember that. Always remember that 3 and 8 has its own distinct meaning. 3, of course, representing expansion, expression, optimism, enthusiasm, conversation, talking, dancing, movement. 8 has its own meaning also. Before it reaches to 11, 3 plus 8 equals 11. Before it reaches to 2, all of these different levels. So let's say, family, let me say this for a second. Let's say this. Suppose your name added up to a number 38. That means the gift, the talent, the skills, the expression, and the inner aspect and outer aspect, and all the possibilities that come with it, all the statistics that come with it, all the cycles and patterns that come with it. If your name adds up to a number 38, then I, the Numerovator, will look at 38, the 3, the 8. 38 as a compound number because that has its own separate meaning. 3, 8 has its own separate meaning. 11 has its own separate meaning. And 2 has its own separate meaning because 1 plus 1 equals 2. That's what the Numerovata does. We look at all of them so we can get a bigger picture of what we are trying to share with you in the session if you book a session with me. Very important that you recognize that. So going back to the board, hold on one second. Going back to the board, in the Chaldean system, the word, let's stay right there in the Pythagorean. First of all, the consonants, the outer aspect. Remember, the consonants like F, R, N, and D represents the outer aspect of the name, or some people call it the personality of the word or the name. That's the outer aspect. The vowels, the I and the E, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, represents the inner aspect of a name or a word. Just want y'all to remember, I just did a whole class on my Patreon about the names. So go to my Patreon, King Simon Productions on Patreon, production with an S at the end. Go to my Patreon if you want to get that class. I just uploaded it the other day. It's only like $9.99 to get all the classes that's up there for those that are in that tier. So this is the reciprocal energy. This is one of the reciprocal energy. This is another one of those reciprocal energies. The primary numbers of reciprocation is the number 6. That's why I said, being that new diamond is born in the 6th month, or anybody that's born in the 6th month, they need reciprocal energy. Anyone that's connected to the number 6, 6 shows up here in the word friendship also. Anyone, you see 6 in the first letter, which is an F. So people that has the first letter, like Frank or Francine, from the Pythagorean system, that 6 denotes the first initiation of what that person needs in their life. They need reciprocation. If you're born in the 6th month, if you're born connected to the number 6, like 24, 15, 33, that means you need reciprocation in your life. You need love. Like LL used to say, I need love. Interesting enough, LL is born January 14th. And 1 plus that 14 is 15. So his alignment number, his achievement number, his first pinnacle is a number 6. He needs love. LL. Then he has the double L's, which is a 33 in both system numerology. He needs love. Lady Love, Cool J. That's why he called himself Lady Love, Cool J. He needs love. Oh, he was a bad battle rapper, but he needed love. I'm talking about my brother LL, Cool J. I'm talking about the number 6 being the predominant factor inside the word friend. Excuse me. In the word friend. Oh yeah, this is beautiful stuff. So when you choose a friend, family, oh, be careful when you're choosing friends. We didn't even get to the Chaldean yet, because that goes into the 7 energy, that goes into the 19 energy, that goes with the 6 energy. In the Pythagorean, the inner aspect of that friend is a 5 energy, which deals with flexibility and adaptability. And friends allow you to be free, to not only speak, but be free, to be open. Not vulnerable, open. I don't like using that word vulnerable, because it means opening up to some type of harm. So be very careful of using that word. I don't call myself vulnerable. Big up to Empress in the building. Big up to Panda World in the building also. Yes. So going back to the lesson, big up to Instagram. If you're still here, love y'all. Thank y'all very much for holding on, Instagram. Hold on. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on. Keep on, yeah. Keep on and hold on. I want to sing hold on. Facts. Know thyself. And Allah. Arm, leg, arm, head. Know thyself. You got to know your arm, leg, arm, head. Pick up to Allah. Know thyself and Allah. That's right. The all within all, like Khalid used to say, Dr. Khalid used to say that all. The word Allah means the all within all. Powerful. So going back to the lesson, family, yes, I'm on a new platform called Restream, so don't mind me. It's cheaper. It's more reasonable. Let's say not cheaper, it's more reasonable for what I can do. Going back to the lesson, if you don't mind, let's go into my words. My words are written in black. A spiritual and physical difference between friend and friendship, spiritual differences. Friend, the soul mirror. A friend is an individual soul who enters your life with a specific spiritual frequency or mission. And, I used to talk to my children about friends, especially my youngest son, about being careful of the friends you keep. My mother used to talk to me about it too. My father used to talk to me about it too. Being friend, because sometimes you can have friends that can lead you down the wrong path, to a point that some people have gotten taken off of this planet because of friends. And because you want to be a part of that friendship or be a part of that kinship with those brothers or those sisters, all of a sudden you either in jail or you off the planet. But the true meaning and essence is the soul mirror. A friend is an individual soul who enters your life with a specific spiritual frequency or mission. And that could be positive or negative. How many of us used to hang out with friends that just wanted to smoke, drink, or carry weapons or carry guns or go and rob people? They were considered my friends too back in the day. I used to be a stick-up kid, but I wasn't the one that did the sticking up. I didn't pull out the gun. I used to go and I was a fast runner, so I was able to go and snatch the bag while they pull out the gun. Some friends are soulmates. Others are karmic teachers, each serving a role in your soul's evolution, both positive and negative. Spiritually, a friend might awaken you, challenge you, or protect your path. I've had a friend in the reggae world. He transitioned now. I think he transitioned due to a car accident. His name was Sluggy Ranks. Na, 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 na. I want to kiss you some more, just to hold you some more, yeah. Sluggy Ranks. Good brother from out of Jamaica, also lived in the 90s. And at one time, we was at SOB's nightclub in New York City. At that time, I was one of the co-promoters and co-producers of the Reggae Tuesdays and the Reggae Wednesdays at SOB's. And Sluggy came to the event. And Sluggy, as a friend that he was, Sluggy Ranks, may he rest in eternal peace, a real dude. Real arguments, he'll put up real arguments with you, man. Sluggy, he's born December 14th. And Sluggy used to do this. And he did it one time for me. That's when I realized that Sluggy Ranks was a friend. Those who don't know who Sluggy Ranks is, go and Google Sluggy Ranks up. He passed on some years ago. And Sluggy did this for me at the club at SOB's. Some guy wanted to argue with me and started coming at me, and I started going back at him. And Sluggy pulled me to the side and said, yo, Simon, you know do them thing there, man. You're not in them thing there, man. Just go inside and deal with your thing. I'll deal with this youth, yeah. Sluggy was a bad man, Sluggy carry his gun and do his thing. Sluggy was a bad man. But he didn't promote his badness. But if you're going to chuck badness to him, he chucked badness back to you. That's Sluggy Ranks back in the day. Oh, he gonna meet your badness with his badness, and that's how it is. That's why him and Supercat got into a shootout years ago. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know that history. Him and Supercat got into a shootout years ago in Brooklyn. You gonna chuck badness to him? He gonna chuck badness to you. And I respect Supercat. Supercat is also a comrade in the business. I don't know him like that close. I knew his manager, Fred Donner, his road manager, and one of his good friends. Both of them passed on, Fred Donner and Janice Edwards. So I got stories to tell about friends that promoted good aspects of friendship, and then I got stories that promoted that I had friends that wanted me to go and rob, steal, smoke, and drink, and do all kinds of. They've changed now. They're not the same way that we used to be when we were back in Flatbush back in those days in the 30s and the 40s, 50s, and going into the 90s. They've changed. And I'm glad that they changed. Some became electricians, some became this, some became that. I love it. I love that they changed. So going back to the lesson, family, why it is so important that you advise your children on the friends, because friends might awaken you, friends might challenge you. And like I just spoke about Sluggy Ranks, the late great Sluggy Ranks, protect your path. He protected my path at SOBs. Instead of going down that argument and getting into some kind of ruckus with this guy, Sluggy said, yo, I'll handle that. And whatever Sluggy did, that guy never came back up on me again with that bullcrap. Whatever Sluggy said, because the Noah Sluggy had his gun. And the Noah Sluggy is not a man that talk too much. That's one thing, whoever that guy was, Sluggy slept to him for me as a friend. Number 2 in the lesson, Instagram, I have the lesson on my YouTube channel at King Simon Presents. It's right here in the chat. If you want to come on over and join and see what I'm doing, you can take snapshots of what I'm saying also, because I put it on the screen. Number 2, friendship, the sacred contract. Friendship is the energy and vibration that exists between 2 or more souls. It is the shared soul space of trust, growth, healing, and love. Friendship evolves over time and can outlast physical presence, continuing at a soul level. So there's some friendships that you have had since you was young. I have some friends that I have had. Matter of fact, the house that I'm renting and keeping at this time was a friend that I knew since we was in our teenage years, before she even had children. So friendship evolves over time and can outlast physical presence and continuing at a soul level. I remember a friend of mine's passed on years ago, and she came to me in my dream. This is the soul level. And she laid down next to me and embraced me. Right after she passed on, she laid down next to me and embraced me. Because yes, we used to have I've had some good times together, but she laid down next to me. That's what I'm talking about, the soul level of a friend. Laid down next to me, embraced me, and just stayed there and cuddled with me for a few minutes. I thought it was a dream, but it wasn't. It wasn't a dream because I was in my bed. I could see the room. I just felt this energy, and I knew and I felt it was her, because she passed on due to cancer. May she rest in peace. I won't say her name out there. But it was before she got married, before we used to be together, before she got married and before whatever, But after she passed, she embraced me in my bed in New York at that time. And I could have been afraid, but I knew that the energy was familiar because she just passed on. And that's what she used to love to do, was cuddle. So I knew it was her all day. And it only lasted for a moment, but I knew what it was. And that's what I mean by friendship being a soul contract. To this day, I know when I transition, she's probably going to meet me right there. A few friends that I know from my past is probably going to meet me right there and say, welcome. Job well done, King. Few family members, few ancestors are probably going to say, welcome. Job well done, sir. Come on. Let's go to this next venture. And I'm going to say, yes, let's do this. I ain't looking for the light. I'm ready to travel. So it's important, family, to recognize that friendship is the energy and vibration that exists between 2 or more souls. There's some people that make up friendships in colleges, that they're still together. Sororities, fraternities, they're still together. Gang members still together. Club members still together. It is the shared soul space of trust, growth, healing, and love. Going to the next part, the physical difference. A friend is a vessel. A friend is a vessel. Friendship is the flow. Let me say that again. A friend is the vessel. A friendship is a flow. It's a continual flow throughout life, no matter of its ups and downs. Physical difference. A, friend, the person. In physical terms, a friend is someone you know, talk to, spend time with, and connect with through shared values of life stages. This relationship can be active, dormant, or ended depending on physical circumstances. Friends come and go, but their role can shift depending on life changes. Let me say that again. Friends come and go, but their role can shift depending on life changes, what they may go through. They may have gotten married and moved on and did their own thing. And sometimes you get married to a man or a woman that don't want you to be friends with that female no more, want you to be friends with that man no more. So friends can come and go. And their role can shift depending on life changes. What are the changes? You might get married to somebody that don't want you to have friends unless you know that friend, they know that friend, and we all friends, and or they got to be in a relationship, you got to be in a relationship. That's all a good friendship. B, friendship and relationship. Friendship is the quality, depth, and dynamics of the relationship. Friendship is the quality, depth, and dynamic of the relationship. You may have a friend, but without effort, and the friendship may weaken or fade over time. You can have a friend without effort, but you can have a friendship. The friendship may weaken and fade over time. So, again, choose your friends wisely. Choose the friendship that you are fostering and building with somebody wisely. If it's one way, because again, going back to the board, it still requires reciprocal energy. As long as six keep on showing up, as long as six keep on showing up, I don't care how six shows up. It deals with even nine. Nine also deals with reciprocation and reciprocal energy. 4, 2, and 6. The word friendship adds up to 42. All numbers of balance. 4, 2, 6. Still, the number 5 shows up as far as the vowels because that deals with the flexibility of a friendship. 7 shows up because there's a spiritual depth, a spiritual connection that friends have to have and that have to make in order for it to become a friend or a form of a friendship. That's the powerful thing about numbers. It alerts you and awakens you to the mathematics of it, the mathematics of these things. Big up to Cosmic in the building. You know, you have songs, friends will let you down, friends won't be around. Those songs are true to a certain extent. Yes, they are true. That means that person wasn't your real friend anyway. And interesting enough, the negative of that number 11 can show up in the word friend because remember, friend is also 11 is also the number of deception. So a friend can be a deceiver. A friend can hold secrets and be secretive. Oh, no doubt. Just because there's positive and negative of the number 11 and the number 7 and the name friend or the word friend adds up to a number 11 and a number 7. And if you look, especially if you look in my book, I talk about the number 11, which can be, and I say it like this in my book on page 66, Numerovation for Mental Stability. I say it very clearly in my book about the number 11. Towards the end, I said The number 11 person is prone to treachery and deception from others and can be a master of deception with a tendency to lie with no reason, for no reason. It's in my book about the number 11. Because not only is the positive of the number 11 associated with the word friend, but also the negative of the number 11 is associated with the word friend. The positive of the number 7 and the negative of number 7. Because 7 is known as a very secretive number. It's also called one of the secret agent numbers. So even a friend that might be coming in your circle might be a secret agent. That's why 007 was so popular. Sean Connery was the best 007 in history. And he was born on the 25th of the month. Go figure that one out. Seven shows up in friendship also. The vowels of the word friendship adds up to a number 7 in the Chaldean system. But the word friend adds up to a number 25, which is a 7. Man, I can't make this stuff up. Not mathematically, I can't. Oh, no, I can't make it up. Here it is. There it is. There's your 7. There's your 7. As long as they show up, and then you can see 7 in the name, in the word. The only thing you don't see is 7 in the word here, but you see 7 in the letter P in the Pythagorean system. But 25 equals 7, and the 1 plus 5 plus 1, the I plus E plus I in the Chaldean system adds up to a number 7. I can't make this stuff up, man. I'm trying to tell y'all that numbers are here to guide you and alert you and give you indications. Please support the channel. Donate to the channel as much as you can. Spread love. Big up to people. Okay, thank you very much, T, for that donation. I see that. I see that. I see that. Thank you very much, Legendary, for that donation. I see that. Arturo, thank you very much for that donation. I see that. Who else? I see somebody else too. Ayana, thank you very much for that donation. I see that. I see that. I thank you. Thank you all for the donation. Okay. Cash App is available, PayPal. And these are platforms that we have to pay for and do what we got to do. So enough respect. Enough respect to these platforms. Instagram, I'm going to cut you off right now. So if you want to come on over to YouTube real quick as I'm closing out, big up to Pray 7, who always show their support. Big up to Pray 7, who always show their support. I'm getting ready to cut you off Instagram. Hold on, I'm going to cut Instagram off real quick. Let me see if I can play this commercial real quick. Hold on. I had a commercial here. What happened? I had a commercial. Oops. Lord have mercy. I told you I got a new. I'm on a new thing here. You know what I'm saying? I got a new thing going on here. It is what it is. Uh-oh. There you go. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Again, I'm on a new system now, family. I'm on a new system. Right now, I am on a new system. So I am using Restream right now. I'm using Restream right now. So I'm still learning to become better at it instead of StreamYard. Make sure y'all come to my YouTube page right now. I'm going to finish this off right now. Thank y'all very much, Instagram. Much love. I will talk to y'all another time. Peace and love. My heart is filled with so much love that I need someone I can call my own. Rest in peace. Sure, y'all come to my YouTube page right now. Rest in peace. Thank you very much, Pray 7. I see you. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. I never met him, but I did see him perform years ago. Big up to Malcolm Jamal Warner. I think he performed right here in Atlanta. He was playing his guitar and everything. All these nines was around Malcolm, and he's born the 18th of August. Lloyd did a great breakdown. He born on the 18th of August. This is a number 9 year. And there's something else that I wrote about that 9 again that showed up. And 9 accidents, like drowning and all that, accidental drowning and all that, is connected to the 9. So rest in peace to our brother, the one, the only, Malcolm Jamal Warner. You know. Rest in peace to that brother. Also, rest in peace to my friend's mom. She passed on last night also. Sister I used to date. Her mom's passed on. Condolences to the de Montignac family of Jamaica. The Montignac family. Condolences. Condolences to you. All right. Man, so many people just, it's that time. So many people are moving on. So many people is moving on. So many people is moving on. And that's the time for people that's around my age or between 40 and 60 years of age, expect a lot of that to happen. People moving on. And, and a lot of people, let me say this because this is very important. Let me say this to you out there that have lost somebody, or you still have your parents, or you still have your grandparents, or whatever. At a certain age, I remember Les Brown used to say between 40 and 60, we started losing our parents and aunties that we love and all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you keep your mind at a higher vibratory level, man, at all costs, man, no matter what's going on. Because it will happen. It's one thing we ain't getting out of here alive. That's for sure. There's one thing that ain't happening. We are not getting out of here alive. And I'm all right with that. I don't know about you, but I am all right with it. We ain't getting off of this planet alive. We're not getting off this planet with this physical body. So it's all right. Okay? So let me get ready to close out. Last part of the lesson. Last part of the lesson. Let's get ready to close out. Last part of the lesson. Here we go. Let's get ready to close it out. Strong friendships are built through communication, consistency, shared experiences, and mutual respect. My numerational thought and conclusion. First, let's talk about the aspects of friend and friendship according to AI. It says spiritual, friend equals soul that appears for a reason. Friendship, energetic bond between two souls. Physical, friend, a person you relate to. Friendship, the dynamic you built with that person. Key words to ponder on, family, in regards to friend and friendship. Friend, present, process, role, mirror, teacher, companion. Friendship, growth, path, emotional container. A friend is the who Friendship is the how and why, according to AI. Let me say that again. A friend is the who. Friendship is the how and why. How it all happened and how you kept that friendship. Why you kept that friendship. What I said at the bottom here in black, when both are in balance, you experience a bond that feeds both your spirit and your reality. When both friend and friendship are balanced, are in balance, you experience a bond that feeds both your spirit and your reality. But let me go to the numerovation of perspective real quick before I finish. Again, the word friend adds up to 38, which is 11. 11 is the portal of spiritual and physical connection in the Pythagorean. In the Chaldean, it adds up to 25. 25 is the number of endurance, the number of observation, the number of sometimes trials and tribulation. And sometimes that's what you go through with friends. But also, it's the number of secret and spiritual connection also. And it's also a law of attraction. It's what you attract to you, both positive and negative, you can attract. And again, like I said, all these numbers have its positive and its negative. Friendship adds up to 63, which is a 9. 9 deals with the higher level of humanity and love and of service when it comes to friendships. 42, it adds up to, in the Chaldean system, adds up to the number 6, balance, truth, justice, reciprocity, and healing. Anytime you see 6 showing up anywhere, look for that balance, look for that reciprocation of energy. Look for it. It's there for a reason. But if a friend becomes hard-headed, the negative of the number 6 is people being hard-headed and imbalanced and unbalanced. Friendship can be, sometimes your friendship can evolve into someone being hard-headed around you and don't want to listen. Friends can evolve to that also. Pay attention to the positive aspect of friend and friendships. And again, guide. Guide yourself, guide those that you consider your friend, or guide those that you consider to be in a friendship with. On that note, family, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in. You know, that's cute, Elmira. Death is beautiful when we comprehend it intertwined with living. Yeah, but I've been at the deathbed of a few people and they was not always ready for it. Some people are afraid of it because it's the unknown. So we got good sayings while we're alive. We got good quotes. But when you're facing that door, it's a different thing. Suppose you have to face it at now and you're not ready to face it. Some people are not ready for that. Death is a transformation from one energy to another. But like I said, I've been at deathbeds and known people that got killed and all that. They wasn't ready for that. Oh yeah, transformation is beautiful. Death is a beautiful thing, but not everybody's ready for that transformation because we were so inundated with what we was taught. We don't know whether we going up, down, or out. We don't know what energy we're a part of. And that's what I realized. So, family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Thank you very much, Nicole. Have an amazing day, just like yourself, God. Yes, we are gods having a human experience. Respect the godhood within yourself. Respect it. Don't run from it. Respect it, understand it, and be willing to guide others with it. Again, family, thanks to everybody that was able to contribute to my Cash App in any way, my Zelle in any way, my PayPal in any way. Even after the show, you can do so. Cash App inspired by team, paypal.me/King Simon, and Zelle using that email only tab TAB Productions with an S at the end, 318 at Gmail. If this meant anything to you, support the channel the best way you can. Again, this is a new platform, so I'm getting used to it on Restream. Again, I want to thank Abundance Child for helping me out yesterday on Restream. And thank all of you for being who you are and what you came to do on this planet. Thank all of you for who you are and what you came to do on this planet. All right? Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. And remember, you have been tuned into a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective of friend and friendship, the raw ministry of numerovation. Be safe, be great, be strong. And remember, I love you because I love me. Take care.
It's about guiding people. The only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. So it's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovation from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana Pushe. 1+1 is 2. Be precise. 3+2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from the one numerator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovation from a king. Me inside foundation from the king. Nana Pushe. Numbers are simple, no people are complicated. Numerovation from a king. Learn the foundation from the king. From the
No, it's
king.
not about reading. It's about I guiding. don't do readings, I do consultations because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force.